Just really quickly before the video starts, I just want to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel, because I think I've only been uploading for 4 or 5 weeks and I've already hit 50 subscribers. I just want to say a quick thank you for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Now onto the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Aquariums Down Under. For the most part everything's doing really well in the aquarium, but I'll get onto the fish and coral update in a second. I'll show what's happening down here. So what's been happening down here in the sump is I've been dropping to get a skim out on the skimmer. The bubbles just pop straight away like that. That's the best I've been able to get it the whole time. As you can see here, it's about the middle of my finger there. Just been all focused, the middle of my finger there. You can see where the bubbles of the water ends, it's just bubbles, and that should be all the way down, like at the bottom of the cup down there. But I'm just struggling to get anything out the skimmer, so I'm having to have it up there. And also down here at the bottom of the skimmer, there's all this gunk. I don't think that's detritus. I know this over here is detritus building up, but I don't know if that's detritus or sand, or a mixture of detritus and sand from when I added the sand to the tank, or when I added the water to the tank that already had sand in it. But that's been down there. There's been that down there, and on the old protein skimmer that came with the tank, the Aqua One crap thing. I don't know what it is. It's pretty bad protein skimmer though. But I'm taking the pump off that because when the pump's not inside, even if it's inside, I could take it off. I'm taking the pump off that skimmer. I'm gonna stick it like up the back there. I'll probably just put up the back there, so it'll blow round here and lift up all this detritus, the sand, whatever it is, and then you can get pulled out by the skimmer. But the pump's a bit crusty and old, so I'll do a vinegar bath, white vinegar, 50% white vinegar and water, and I'll get back once I've got that set up. The parts of the pump, taking it apart, especially this, you want to get this impeller part really clean. That's what makes the pump work. But I've got the pump at about probably about 1/3 1/3 of vinegar to water. So I think it's 1 litre of vinegar put in there, of white vinegar, to 2 litres of water. You can use this like cleaning vinegar because it's much cheaper and stronger than the cooking vinegar. But I let this sit for about half an hour. You don't want to let it sit for too long because it can start to damage the parts. But I'll just let it sit to get it all clean, and then I'll give it a scrub with the toothbrush. But just leave it, let it sit until you get all the gunk off it, and then it should be good. Unless you're leaving it sit for like a whole day, then probably not the best idea. The chiller's on at the moment, so it'll be a bit noisy. I think it's going to turn off in a second. But I've just cleaned out all the pumps and I've rinsed it out. And I've assembled it now. I think how it goes together, the impeller goes in there, and this goes on top. I think that way. And then this goes on top like that. And then chuck this guard thing on. So I'll get to assembling it and then I'll chuck it in the tank. So I've got the pump on and it's causing the skimmer to actually make proper skim mate now. And it's blowing up all the detritus and junk in here. And there's still some down here behind it and some back there. But what I can do every now and then is I'll put the torch down for this. I'll just leave it on my leg like that. But I can just pick it up and blow it around the place, and that will pick up all the detritus and junk. The tank's getting a bit cloudy from this as well, but that's to be expected if you're blowing all this gunk around the tank. But get the torch back up again. Here's it's helping taking all the detritus and stuff up because it's actually getting a skim mate now on the skimmer. So I might have to end up turning down later. Put the lid on. Yeah, see it all overflowing over the edge. I'll probably end up turning that down. I'll leave it now to see how it goes. But that decides to fill up really quickly, which it is, yeah. I'll just turn it down now. It's filling up pretty quick. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more on that. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Just stop rising again. But yeah, I'll just turn it down low for the moment. Yeah, I'll just adjust it later though. To get it all doing well. But that's it for the equipment. With the pump I can also lower it down there to get the detritus up from in here. But that's it for the equipment. Also tomorrow I will be picking up a reactor. I found one on Gumtree for a decent price. Let's come up here to the tank. I found a reactor on Gumtree for a decent price, and the reason I was looking for a reactor is because I want to make a chatter reactor for this tank, which I put down there. And what that is, it has a macroalgae called chatomorpha, I'm pretty sure it's called, in it. And you get a regular reactor. You can get specialised ones that are made to grow chatter on it, but it's honestly, in my opinion, just more expensive and not really any better. But so you get a reactor, and you wrap LEDs around the outside, and you want to get these special ones, grow spectrum LEDs, and it's 4 red LEDs to every 1 blue LED. You can find one on eBay. I just searched up plant growing LEDs, and they came up, and it gives you the option between like 3 red to 1 blue, 4 red to 1 blue, and 5 red to 1 blue. So if you search that up, you can find you can find the LEDs that you use to grow the chatter with. So I'll be using that. I'll be making a video on how to make a chatter reactor. I'll get in the reactor tomorrow though, but the LEDs I bought off eBay, and they said it's going to take like a month to come, which hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, it's fine. I don't really need a chatter reactor, I just want to make one for fun. So I'll be getting the reactor tomorrow, and I'll be making the chatter reactor whenever the LEDs come. Now onto the livestock up there. I'll quickly get the camera colour filter, whatever it is. I'll stop the video, grab that, and I'll be back. So as you can see, the tank is still, it's a bit cloudy from the pump down, so I just can't see it anymore. It's a bit dark in here, because I closed the blind so there wasn't as much glare on the glass. But I haven't cleaned the glass yet because I was planning to take the video yesterday, and then I just decided that I wanted to get that pump in there, so I was like, yeah, whatever, let's make a video. I didn't bother cleaning the glass, but you can see through it fine. So everything's doing well. I think there was dead hermit crab there, it's just tied in the shell. Just like really fine in the shell. But I got my phosphates retested yesterday, and it turns out, so the lady guy phosphate tested originally with said that my phosphates was 0.5, which is really high. Got them retested yesterday, 0.07, which is still a bit high. It should be 0.03, I think. So after I'm just gonna return that phosguard stuff to the store, but just a good water change will fix the phosphates, most likely. But onto the fish. Happy Moment Rabbitfish is doing really well. The yellow corris wrasse is doing really well too. Same as the melanurus wrasse, and this fairy wrasse in the last few days has really coloured up. You can't see it on video. You can see the colours, but its tail you can't see on video. It's really like bright blue once it like gets the right angle in the light. That's just doing really well. And this, the goby, hiding down in there, probably can't see him. But ever since I added these fish, he's been just hiding in that cave and comes out just for food. Yes, that's about. Oh yeah, also with the melanurus wrasse and the yellow corris wrasse. So I had a problem with them. They kept hiding in the sand before I fed the tank. So I had to feed the tank earlier. Because when they sleep in the sand. When the fish door lights, when they at the fish door, the lights turn off at like 5:30 when the fish door closes. But here they turn off at like 10 o'clock, I think. At night, they just go all blue and then turn off. And I feed them around 9 o'clock. So they'll go on a bed. Oh, goby's coming out. Oh, it went back. Oh no, it's still there. But so they were sleeping in the sand bed too early. But I've slowly just started. I fed them before they went into the sand, and slowly just pushed the feedings back further and further and further. And now they're just staying out till like 8 o'clock. So I'll just feed them at 8 o'clock, it's good enough. But yeah, so onto the coral. Everything is doing really well. I'm pretty sure this... I'll get down a better angle. Probably hard to see with the dirty glass and the cloudiness, but I'm pretty sure it's starting to encrust onto the rock there. That could be just some glue there, I'm not quite sure, but because you can't really tell that easily on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's encrusting. The torches here have been opening like quite a bit in the last few days, they've been getting really massive. Same with this hammer coral. The montipora here had a little bit of tissue damage up on the top of here. That's disappeared, but this stuff here hasn't really grown. I think the part down the bottom here has grown a little bit in the past few days, but this other part I think has shrunk in the past few days. So I don't know if it's getting better or worse, but I'll have to see. Like, if it's dying, then they have a long time to fix it because it's dying really slowly. But this green star polips, can't see on the video too well because it's a bit dark, but that's doing really well. I don't know if it started to carpet yet. It hasn't been in the tank long enough to grow. These acants, this one here is a bit closed at the moment, but this one at the back's pretty fluffy. This one at the back's always pretty fluffy. And so the zoas and the blaster, which you can never show the true colours off because none of the lenses work. This is probably better for true colours. Oh, it's a bit purple. But so the zoas doing really well. The bambams have fallen down here. And I haven't bothered to glue it back up yet because I want to snap the legs off it. And I'll glue it back up once I snap the legs off because none of the zoanthids are shaded by each other, so I'll just leave them how they are for the moment until I get around to snapping the legs off the frag plug, which I'll probably do tomorrow under a water change. But yeah, so all the zoas doing well, but this I thought something had eaten these goblin of fire zoanthids because I came over from school and had a look at the the tank, and I saw there's a frag plug with a little piece of rock on it. So I had a look at the frag plug, the little piece of rock. There's no sign of zoanthids on it at all. So I thought they had died, and then I had a look over here, and then the zoas just sitting there, not connected to the rock or anything. So I got some super glue and glued them back onto the frag plug, and then I placed them around here because it's a dead spot in the tank, so there wouldn't be too much flow while the glue dried. And a couple days ago since that happened, and they're back open again. And for feeding the tank, probably feeding it one block over of master shrimp over 3 days, I reckon, maybe a little bit longer. But I also feed nori. I feed a piece, probably about as big as the rabbit fish, every night. Yeah, that's probably it. Actually, that hermit crab. Oh yeah, it's still alive. I think the melanurus wrasse might be going for him. It's just really to find the shark. I can see the antenna's still moving around. But yeah, that's it. For this weekend's update on the tank, nothing really, nothing much has happened. Apart from this guy's pooping all over the place. This rabbit fish. He's pooped about 20 times in the video. Keeps pooping. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Well, hopefully the lights have come so I can make the chowder reactor. But I'll see you then. It's the next day now, so the tanks are cleared up a lot. I still haven't cleaned the glass. But in the sump, the skimmer, finally getting a proper skim, mate, which is nice. And this pump's been doing a really good job at keeping all the diatom stuff suspended in the water. But I will be moving that pump to this chamber for the chowder reactor, because I'm going to have it, just the reactor sitting back there and a tube going in and out. But at the moment, you can see on the, keep the tube on the pump, for the return pump, I have a metal clip, and that's not really the best idea because metal will rust. Even stainless steel will still rust, because shine the torch, you see a bit of rust. You don't want rust in your aquarium. So I went to Bunnings and I was getting some tubing for the reactor. I got this because I'm just going to set the reactor up and see how it works, because I still got to wait for the lights to come. But I got these plastic clips instead, which I'm going to be swapping it out on, swapping that metal clip out for a plastic clip, and like for on the chiller over there, like a metal one, so it doesn't matter because it's not actually in the aquarium, it's not affecting the aquarium at all. Also, when I picked up the reactor, the guy there was just shutting down like almost all the aquariums he had tons of aquariums, and he gave me some of this marine, he gave like marine pure block or something, I don't know what it is, but I think it's what it's called. I've heard it's really good, just like the Bibles are better, and I'm probably just going to add it there, maybe snap it in half and add it up there. That's it for the sump. I'll go clean the reactor and I'll show you the reactor once it's all cleaned. Got all my pieces here. There's the main body of the reactor, the tube that puts the flow to the bottom. Then I got a sponge, and this sponge was so dirty, and I was squeezing to get all the gunk out of it, like dark brown water was coming out. And then there's two plates to like stop, because it's for like GFO and stuff, this reactor. The two plates is to stop the GFO from coming out. And all these screws to put the lid on. It's just the lid, and this is the part that goes from the reactor to the tank. And so how it goes together, there's this tube goes in the hole in the middle of that. It goes there, and then I do this one-handed. There you go. And then it goes up like that. And then you get the sponge. Just put it up with the camera here. So the sponge goes up the top, and then you get one of these discs. And that, I think there's supposed to be another sponge that comes with it, but the guy that I bought this off didn't have it, so I don't really mind, because I only need one sponge at the top, and probably don't need it up there. And then you get the other one. I've got to take this. I've got this little screw on it, so you can adjust it. That one's supposed to as well, but the screw, he didn't have the screw for that one either, so I don't really mind. So that slots in there, and then I slide it up just a little bit. I'll say that later, but you slide up a little bit and then you chuck it in here, like that, and that'll go up there, and then that will slid up a little bit. And then with these screws, you gotta find the screw holes are. So the screw holes are there, and what I'll do is I'll just put a screw. Alright, it's hard doing one-handed. So I'll swap hands. I'm on my left hand at the moment to put this screw in. Oh, it's much easier now. So you put the screw in, not the full way, the whole way. You do it the whole way around, and then you slide this lid around. Because you notice here it's got a big hole and then a little slit on the side. You slide it around to the slit, and then you screw it down some more to tighten the lid on. And that's it for now. I'll assemble it and I'll show you how to hook it up into the tank. Pipe down the middle is just a piece of string with like a little piece of cloth tied to the end, and you pull it through, and it helps clean it out really well. So I've got the thingy, the reactor assembled. And I got the pump. That was the pump that was down there in the chamber. I'm going to be using that for the reactor. So one thing that's really good for cleaning out the middle pipe is a piece of string with a bit of cloth tied to the end of it, and you pull it through the pipe and it cleans it out pretty well. But now I've got the reactor assembled, pipes on top. They won't be like this when I put it on, they'll be the right way around like that. But and the pump that was in there blowing the water around, I've decided to use that for the reactor. And I'm just going to be running it. I'm going to put set up today and just run it without anything in it while I wait for the LEDs to come. And then I'll go get some chatter. But I'll quickly do a water change, and then I'll set the reactor up. So before I did the water change, I turned all the pumps off and everything. So the sump's filled up a bit. I'm going to give it a test while there are there's lots of water in the sump. So I'll just turn the pump on over here. Blowing all the water out of here. Clean up the reactor really quick. Hope it doesn't flood. It's working. Yeah, it's working really well. I reckon that'll be enough flow for Chato. Maybe might need a little bit more. I'm not sure. Oh, it's got a little leak here, which that's just from the pipe. So I'll have to fix that up. Any other leaks? No, it's just that little leak up there from the pipe. Which, if I put the pipe in tighter, then it should work out well. So let's turn the pump off. So get into fixing this leak, and then I'll do a water change. So I got the metal clamp off the return pump, so I got all these 4 of these 19mm plastic clamps, and they have to go together. We're gonna just push it together, and it clicks together like that. And you can push it together further to get it more tight. But the 19mm ones were perfect size for this pump, for the reactor, but they're too small for this one, so I'm going to have to go get some 25mm ones, but I don't have any time to do it today, so let's do it some other time. But the pipe shouldn't come off the return pump, so it should be okay as how it is. And yeah, so now I'm just going to go rinse this out, because you can see down there bunch of dust and stuff on it. So I'll go rinse this out and I'll add it to the tank. The chiller's on again, but I've got this, the marine pure block I think it is, just sitting there. I cut it in half with the saw, and then I've taken the reactor off out of here because it was leaking on top. I couldn't figure out how to fix the leak. I think I'm going to need to get like a washer or something, a rubber washer, and put it in there. So I take the reactor off. Also when I added this marine pure block in, the skimmer just stopped and it started bubbling like this. It's a bit of a pain, because finally got some skim mate, and now it's done that. Hopefully it turned back to being like the skim mate that it was before I added the block in, because I think it might have been something left on the block still, like a little bit of dust that just made it start doing that. But I think, yeah, that's it for the sump. Oh yeah, let's do the pump just blowing around there. But that's it for the sump. And this is the tank. Still haven't done. I'll stand up for this. I still haven't done anything else new to it. I've just left it how it is because I haven't got anything. Well, I haven't really had a look at any corals this weekend. Been mainly just focusing on the sump. But next weekend I might I'll probably have a couple of new corals. Most likely no new fish. I've got to wait for a while. Probably 2 or 3 more weeks before I can get any more fish. But next weekend, hopefully I'll get some more corals. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.